So any second now, we are potentially live on YouTube. Yes, no? Yeah, we're live on YouTube. So what we're going to do is we're going to load up our game. And if you're seeing me pull up saved game as opposed to the other one, don't worry about it. That's definitely not me playing a lot off stream on another save. It's definitely not what's happened. Where that save's going way better because I've made myself this ridiculous mace that's like 6 feet long that my character just like lobs around, and if I catch someone with the end of it, they're done. It doesn't matter, they're done. Send them home. Alright, so where we left off is we have declared war against the Britannians, and we are making moves there. How are we doing? Let's just double check. So our family is growing. Yeah, so we've got everyone set up there. Our family is growing. Fodor here should be getting pretty close to being old enough to be able to put out in the force. We did have our sister became old enough to be an adult for the purpose of the game. So the immediate thing we did is we gave her a commission and she now leads an army. So, you know, that's just the way it's rolling. Party-wise, we've got all 5 of our caravans deployed. We've got all of our actual parties set up. And I can technically open one more workshop. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. And the reason I think I'm not going to do that right now... Why are you all halted? Don't be halted. But, the reason I'm not gonna do that right now is because we're at war. There's concerns I'm gonna run into where I run the risk of, Sorry, I'm being distracted.
Yours is not a face I know.
I don't remember what I was saying.
What is your name, stranger?
But yeah, so, I forgot entirely what I was talking about. But yeah, so we're those halted. Oh yeah, no, I didn't want to get in our workshop because we're at war. There's always the risk of the place I have the workshop getting conquered or becoming our enemy and stuff like that. At which point they just throw out your workshop and the money's gone. All right, so we are just going to spend time murdering the crap out of any and all forces aligned with our enemies to build up levels. For those who've missed the way we're running our army, our army is just 100% foot soldiers. Oh, I didn't realize we pulled out our axes to start. But yeah, so we're 100% foot soldiers for the most part, other than, you know, our companions who are all mounted. And then the reason for this pretty much boils down to my foot soldiers are extremely well armored with shields, so they can kind of just walk into they can just kind of walk into enemy archers and not care at all. Can't see at all what's happening. It's deeply upsetting. I'm not trying to kill your horse, I'm trying to kill your rider. There you go, horse. Sorry for stabbing you twice in the side. It's a mod you suggest is since you're on a campaign, if you put in the work, you can create alliance instead of you versus the world, unless you want that. I'm probably not going to worry about mods. If it's something I was going to play a lot, I might get into the mods more. But generally speaking, I tend to avoid modding my games very much. It's just a personal preference. Especially anything where I have to go outside of like the workshop and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so it takes a while for my infantry to get into range. But once they do, it is just a sea of soldiers. That they can, like, almost as fast as they can walk, they just kind of go right over the enemies. And to give you an idea, we fought that entire battle, we lost one person. And I am going to just catch and release to get standings, to get them to like us. Because more than likely there's going to be a lot of back and forth where I'll be at war, then I won't be at war, then I'll be at war, and I won't be at war. Ooh, good helmet. I just realized all my people already have good helmets, so... Okay, whatever. We'll just take all that to sell. But yeah, so there'll be a lot of back and forth, so making friends with as many people as possible does give you advantages. You can also do tricky stuff where you recruit out from underneath people. Alright. So give ourselves resistance to being staggered while mounted. Extra armor for all mounted people. We'll do that one, because I'm not going to be using that many armored troops. We are maxed out in charm from the looks of it, unless I get more social skill or whatever. And then our sister has gained another level in her steward stuff. It's going to be reduced food consumption only during armies. We'll do siege engine building. Oh wait, you had an R skill, didn't you? We'll put it here. There you go. But yeah, there's lots of good mods to the game. Oh, did we not actually lose a person? Oh, you know, I bet it was one of my companions got down, so they didn't die, but they'll still mark it in red. Alright. Now I could sell all this stuff. Actually. It really is such a bummer that the default behavior of the game is only rest in town counts towards improving your blacksmithing. That'll be something we'll actually do later when we take towns and I want to, you know, run projects and all that. There'll be a little bit of that kind of stuff. I wonder how much longer we have till we can get our person. Because that'll be the place where we start really struggling is when we start taking territories. We gotta leave people behind to operate as governor. Alright. Yeah, in my other game I actually own most of the towns over here.
Hold there.
Which is though your reputation knows nothing in this world is as valuable as the weight of your word. Speak truthfully to me, and I shall do the same to you. Actually, I think you're the one who ought to surrender. Bah, this parley is over. And that's fine, because
Under my orders!
You're going to have a bad time.
Form a wall!
Group them up. Dip them out. Yeah, so my job, once I give the orders, is basically deal with the cavalry. And one of the things we're also in the business for is either making or finding to purchase a better pole arm. Because our pole arm does not have that much range. Alright, well. The enemy is already fleeing. Come on, let's catch them before they hit the edge of the map. No escape. I'll try to intercept that one. They're probably going to get off the map before I reach them, though. That was just their army met our army, and our army is, like, the best infantry in the game, really. We have the armored legionnaires and all that. That when you get giant numbers, they do tend to just overwhelm. One of them got away. Half rations for the entire army. You let one get away. That's not actually a mechanic in this game.
You bastard!
Well, I cleaned up a lot. Sadly, it's like, man, such a shame we can't starve our army as a punishment. And part of the reason I want to, the other reason I want to release them really early like that, is by doing so, it means they'll be back to fight me again faster, so they can give me more loot and more XP. All right. And it is the thing where I have to, like, keep dropping off the loot and all that. Excessive hunger builds character. It also weakens muscles and tends to reduce morale and tends to reduce cohesion and causes brain fog and causes lots of things that are way, way more of a concern than quote-unquote character. And ransom. They're making real good money. And I haven't checked, so I could actually technically take one more troop. Which is kind of what's happening, like every other fight, we're getting just enough stewardship to be able to like grab one more soldier. Eventually we'll hit like where we hit like a threshold where it'll jump a bunch all at once. Yeah, you just run around me, I don't care. I'm looking for bigger fish than you. Yeah, as you can see, she just keeps gaining stewardship. Alright, come on, you two. Actually, you three, group up. Alright, well, I'll just beat you up then. Because the only reason I can't just start taking a castle is they are able to muster armies of like 400 or 500. So we want to really just knock them down as much as we can.
Form a shield wall!
Wait till they gather up.
Attack!
And move. But yeah, so you can notice they're showing up with less and less and less cavalry because we're just wiping them out from being able to rebuild up their cavalry every fight. There we go. And now it's time to finish off the rest of them. So as fast as my moving wall of death reaches them, they start dropping. Okay. But as you can see with my armored guys, they could practically just walk into a group like 3 and 4 of them and still come out ahead a lot of times. Oh, we got a runner. Now we don't. And again, lost only one person. Yeah, so we're just trying to get everyone to be the Imperial Legionnaires. Oh, take the oh, we can't take that, my prisoners. Ooh, that's a rank 5 one-handed sword. I'm not using any one-handed swords there. Okay. A masterwork steel tip hooked spear. Okay, that seems to be probably a much better thing. Well, that's for you. Let's see what I've got first. Mine is better in everything but length, which is a consideration. But it's definitely better than what you're rocking. Alright, so I've got a tale of a very large army. I actually do want to potentially fight that. But first, I want to drop off our current load of stuff. So we can get maximum dollar from our soon-to-be victory. Okay, how confident am I feeling? Because that is a lot of people chasing me. We're at about 500? 600 almost. If they all join up. I might be able to split them into 2 groups, though. And I feel like I can actually handle that. Well, I'm pushing up to 700.
It's been a while.
Excellent. I did split up into 2 groups where I left the 2 largest groups in the back. So it is 135 versus 487. They're not ready. They were never ready for this.
Under my command! Raise your shields!
Wait, how many cavalry? Okay.
Charge!
For a moment, just the way the graphic looked, I thought that was all cavalry. I was like, wait a second, hold up. 200 cavalry is something I actually would be able to handle. Alright, so per the usual, my job is to deal with the cavalry. The cavalry is just in there. Okay, let's back off, because I'm getting myself really badly hurt just trying to solo the entire archer battalion. The one of the flag goes, though. Just on principle. Trying to give my soldiers a little room. We're handily losing. Alright, so I definitely bit off more than I could chew, and we have lost the fight. Welp. We got wrecked is what we got. I just bit off way more than I could chew. Because what's happening is our legionnaires are getting completely surrounded. Now the downside is that means all the junk in my inventory, I'm gonna lose. So with him, him mowing down the archer line had the intrusive thought. And well, because why take your lone horse and dive into the line of archers? Running down the whole line? I mean, normally I spend my time fighting their cavalry, but in this point, the cavalry just rushed into the middle of the troops. I'm like, well, there's no point in me being in there. Oh, well. So unfortunately, that went badly. I did bite off way more than I could chew, but I've been pretty ridiculous about it for a while. So... yeah, I want that one. I don't care about busting hideouts, those are easy. Yeah, no, that's the thing, is I usually go infantry heavily. That's actually the first major battle we've lost. But I did attack a force that was literally more than triple my size, and then some. So I got greedy. It was bound to happen sooner or later, but I got really greedy. The downside is getting out of here is going to be almost impossible with how many enemy armies are nearby. Okay, so you're getting better at trade. Yeah, so that was our army getting absolutely demolished. But we are definitely punching up. Considering the largest force I could muster was about the size of one of their smaller ones. No, I'm not spending like 10,000 to walk out the gate and get instantly captured because there's, you know, so many hundreds of people waiting right outside. Because they only control 4 cities. Because also, we're still making progress. We're still making money. All of our other people are still gaining levels. We're also waiting for the other people who were captured to get out. Alright, so we're just going to try and beeline this way. Oh, we're not making it out of here.
Hold there.
I see no reason to not at least gain some skill points while we're at it. Like, we're definitely not gonna win this fight. But we'll take some down with us. Because outside of waiting till they literally run out of arrows, which takes an eternity. Not a whole lot we can do. I could charge them, but they're gonna get way more hits than on me. Versus, you notice, if I could do that, I could pick off one by one. I'm trying to bully the archers in the back first. Because they're the ones who can just pick at me from afar. Infinite horse stamina? Yeah, no, your horse doesn't have like a stamina gauge. Your character also doesn't have a stamina gauge. I'm lucky I didn't get caught by that spear. Because we're really lucky if I could actually pick this down a little bit. Does theirs look like they hurt? Nah, it's fine. Stop shooting the horse. Yeah, we're about to go down. Get the flag. I need to get a longer spear. Or something along the lines of a halberd. Something I could more reliably hit targets I'm rushing past. There we go. One more hit and we're down. Hey, I gained a level. Did we lose our troops? Yeah, no, I fought a group of like 480, and they routed us pretty good. Ow. Well, I thought I had one more hit, but now I have one more hit, considering I can't see my life. Okay. There it goes. Your horse will be known as One-Eyed Ed. Yeah, so now, unfortunately, one of the things you do run to this game is you get stuck behind enemy lines like that, and it's real hard to break out at that point. Alright, so you're running against the limits you have here with the riding, that the only way to get the riding to be allowed to be higher is to give ourselves more endurance. We don't have endurance, so... Charm, because we are maxed out on what we can get. When the number turns red, you physically can't get more points in it until you get stats or whatever. But yeah, so they keep taking me back to this spot, and then the issue is I'm kind of boxed in by all of their armies moving around because they have so little territory left. Oh, don't... I appreciate the consideration. Don't engage them up there. If we're lucky. 41,000! You can get right out. That's a caravan? Come on, man. You are getting XP, but way slower? How about you make me pay as much as we paid for her wife? Oh yeah, I'm still going by that we rescued that lady from her dad. Considering you're supposed to, because medieval times, you're supposed to have to like pay for like getting married or whatever. And it was like 200 something gold. I'm like, it's like clearly you're a jerk of a dad if you think that's all your daughter's worth. No. So I did manage to take down one of my trade caravans. Isn't it usually like 20,000? Yeah, it's always for me been like 10 to 20,000. So I was like, why is it only 200? What happened here? Because it's not like I had this like long rapport or something with the daughter or whatever. Like we spoke twice, and then we're like, yeah, let's totes get married. How'd you get caught? Oh, we picked a fight with over 400 troops and it didn't go well. The problem I'm running into now is getting back out. This is the nearest exit over here, but you can see like I've got a giant army down here. You might get away with this time. They can't hide in a village.
Do you have anything to say?
Actually, you're the one who should surrender. Yeah, this is always one of the big problems when you're playing this game, is if you get captured and they take you into their territory, and they're not like a one town faction, getting away could be a whole big pain. All right. Give me that banner. Okay. And one by one we work on those archers. I have actually won ridiculous fights like this in the past. Because you see, if I keep that up where I pick off all the ranged people, then, like, this weapon I probably won't be able to. But if you have, like, a really long polearm... Yeah, they're all bunched up in there. Maybe, like, a really long polearm, you could just go past and just swing the polearm wide. And just pick them off little by little. The problem is, these archers are just staying in the bulk of the army there.
Spare your limbs!
So I want to pick them off first, because they're the ones that are the biggest nuisance. I think that was the archer I just got? Yeah, it was. So yeah, they just should have their javelins. It's gonna be real hard to do anything to that main force. Oh, you're going for a weapon? That's what you're doing? That was your mistake. Oh, you got stuff to throw? That's a tactic. Make them run out of things to throw, and then whoever's the one who breaks away from the main force gets it. Oh, hey, stop it. Yeah, dodging their stuff is more important than anything. Okay. And this goes until I make a mistake. Because I make one mistake and catch an axe to the face, and this is done. Alright. I missed. If we thin them up enough, I could actually start bullying my way through them as well. Not wrong about needing a longer weapon. Oh yeah, no, it's a pole arm, but just barely. Ow. He hit me for one as I complained. Yeah, no, we've been on the hunt for a better one. But outside of spending the time grinding blacksmithy, making a longer one happen is going to be a trick. Stop blocking. It upsets me greatly. All right. And one by one, the numbers go down. I also dislike when they all stop to put up their shields, because I know there's nothing I can do to break through that. And I'm scared to try and actually rush them, because if any of them take the time to swing back a weapon, as opposed to, defending themselves. Alright, let's start bullying a little bit. I'm gonna have to. Get the one who's separated. Little by little. Oh, that might be it. Oh no, we got away with it. The good news, they seem to be playing mostly defensively. If they sit there and take the time just not block and go for the swing, I'm taking the hit. The good news, I've got ridiculous armor. That was their leader? Yep. Don't leave formation. Yeah, so I'm trying to catch the edge of them to trample a few. And occasionally just throw a hit in there. Because then I can, you know, potentially break shields or get lucky and slip a hit past someone's guard. Yeah, so we trampled that one to death. Am I gonna actually get away with this? Because we're far enough away from the main area. If I win this fight, I will very likely actually be able to escape to a town. And if I can get to an actual city, then I have the chance of just, I have a chance of just, like... I took a solid hit there. We did kill 2 of them, though. I can't afford to do that again. Imagine being this group. So it's 50 against 1, and you lost? Yep. Yeah, so we're starting to actually finish some of them off by trampling. All right. Now this isn't a foregone conclusion at all. Like there, they got a hit in on me. That's always the fear, is when they don't go for block and instead go for the actual hit. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I am putting the hits in. There's a chance I sneak it past, and then there's also, if I hit a person enough, their shield breaks. Come on. Another one down by the trample. Part of the reason I'm keeping the weapon up as well is it makes them more likely to try and line up the block versus trying to go for a swing. It's not a guarantee, though. Come on. We're almost through. Is 100 hit points per soldier? I don't really know for sure, because there's times I've delivered hits for over 100 and they've not died. But there is the concept that some of, like, if you notice in the bottom left, it'll say, like, you know, did 8 blunt damage, 3 got absorbed, that kind of stuff. Nope, got a spear through on that one. Pegged one for 200. Just the number of them you just trample right over. Oh, we got another stab through the forces. A lot of you gotta be getting real low with all those 20s and 18s and all that I'm doing when I get a good solid hit. There's another one down. This has to be demoralizing. Oh yeah, just... You can barely reach this guy. He's just knocking you over again and again, and one by one, picking you off. Tried to go for the one out of formation. Definitely makes you very mad tournaments. Oh yeah, when you're like sitting there with just a regular sword and there's a guy running around with a big spear on a mount, you're just like, please leave me alone. You just gotta have to accept you're gonna take the hits. Didn't give myself enough for running back. Alright. I doubt we're gonna demoralize them so far as in the game mechanics though. Because there's a concept where if you knock out enough of them, they retreat. But because I'm a lone person, they're gonna see me as just one enemy. Ow! Then they keep getting closer and closer to actually finishing the job off. I saw the one go for the hit, I got him. Can we pick up the javelins they threw? Yeah, if I got off the horse, I could. I let in by throwing axes of my own at them. Numbers getting kind of thin there, friends. And a lot of you are just dying when I run through. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for an axe or a javelin or something laying on the ground. Okay. Try and draw him down the hill a little bit so we can keep my speed up as best we can. This needs to be a scene like in 300. It's basically what it is. Didn't raise your guard. I do appreciate when they really spread out, because then I can trample with very little risk. Ooh, got slowed up on there. Okay, they're almost dead. Guy keeps trying to go for the swing. Yeah, I try and pick them off when I can. But it's just kind of tricky to actually get it through the guard a lot of times. Doing workhorse. They can't have much life left. There, we got a hit in. Not a great hit, but we got a hit in. I mean, the big problem is I'm not hitting any individual shields enough consistently to break them. That worried me there for a moment. Anytime I slow down, I get worried because that's what they can easily monopolize on it. And we are getting extremely low on health. Okay. I did mention yesterday when we played that I have beaten an entire army solo. It's not often you can do it, but this is pretty much how you do it. Normally, any suggestions for a new player to the game? One, get used to losing fights early on. That's just the way the early game usually works. Swing speed is a stat you'll often overlook, and you will regret it when you do. You will really, really, really regret it when you do overlook it, because the ridiculously slow speeds you can get to are really rough. But otherwise, even when you like lose fights, don't sweat it. That's gonna happen. What are you repositioning? What are you doing right now? No, they're not retreating, because when you go full retreat, they will stop defending themselves.
Ah, you pig!
Hey, David, how's it going?
To hell with you!
I'm honestly genuinely worried about getting hurt from hitting a pocket in the cliff and just falling. Hey, how's it doing, last survivor? Victory is mine. You are free to go. Aha! I'm gonna actually skip on the taking of the prisoners. As much as I'd love to, they'll slow me down. I will take as much as I can carry. Which is apparently all of it. No, it's not. Oh, nope, want the horse. Give me the horse. Horse is mine. I can carry most of the food. Alright. Yeah, no, but I want to run over and be able to get supplies and all that. Get me to town. Go faster. Go faster. Get me to town. Please. Freedom is right there. I can't actually fight. I'm too wounded. No, it's not fair.
It's been a way.
I think you should surrender. I can't fight because I'm too low in life. I mentioned it's really hard to get away in that situation. Charge damage taken can go down. Triple couch lance damage against shields. Damage bonus from speed with pole arms to cavalry in your formation. That's gonna matter more for what I'm gonna be doing as much as the other one is gonna be more for me. Increase relation with notables. We'll go for the ones that are gonna be negative because we're gonna get a lot of those. Please. Alright, another one of our caravans has just been taken out. I mean, it wouldn't happen if our caravans weren't so stupid as to run into enemy territory and try and trade in enemy territory. Can you be executed? So, no. On the default settings, none of your characters can be killed. You can set it up so your companions can be executed and whatnot. But yeah. I'm doing pretty good, David. So we have to scratch as far as the army goes. It does not take long to recover an army. It's actually pretty fast. Gonna have you do the dunes thing. I was gonna have it do the other one. Like if we get away right here, we can just leg it right to town. Like, this is what we want, is we want to be out in the outskirts when we get away. Because we're on the outskirts when we get away, it's much easier to retreat. Because the army you escape from won't notice you for a little while. Get there. So that one notices us, but we should be able to make it. Alright. Actually, I have a bunch of those, right? Okay. So, we apparently are fully recovered here. Can we realistically start working on learning to make a better polearm? No, because I have no materials. What am I thinking? Alright, so the problem I have here is that I do not have food to feed my troops. Don't be expensive. Oh, that's a highway robbery prices for fish. No. Go back in. Yep, so we live here now. Just bear with me for a moment. Because I want... That's...
Stop there in the name of the...
That's fine.
On my orders! Formers, kill them all!
You've got this, right, men? My troops could get absolutely obliterated, by the way. Yeah, so we just need to get farther and farther away from the conflict zone for just a little bit. Once we get some distance for a little while, we can, Oh, come on. Are you telling me after everything it did the other group, that's going to be what stuns my horse? Alright.
I'll tear you!
Come on. There's a chance those troops that went down didn't die. They may have just been wounded. But we'll get there. Okay, both of mine were killed. Never mind. Alright. Alright, change of plan. Prisoners, you're free to go. And inventory-wise... there's not a good way of dealing with this that isn't just a waste of money. Because I can't afford to have a speed penalty. Because I've got to get down here. Alright, come on. What happened to your troops? We picked a fight with a much, much, much larger army. And it didn't go well. But that's fine. The moment we get down here, we can start recruiting more people and we'll be good. I just need to get away from where the war is so that I can recoup. Because we'll be able to rebuild pretty fast. Alright, those are not a bad price because we'll need the horses. And meanwhile, you got captured and need to be put in your caravan again. Okay. And you're still a prisoner, so they still have my wife prisoner. But we did manage to get everyone else. Do we get our captains back eventually? Yeah, that's what it's doing right there. Is just telling my companions to come back, because all the others had escaped. There's just one still that was being held captive. Let's buy here as well. You're all bad prices. Yeah, because we're just rebuilding our army. I'll have to be a little bit careful on the first fights we pick because we'll be a bit under-leveled as far as the people go. It ends up not being that big of a setback. Why is all the food a terrible price? Stop it. Okay. Let's see, how big was your army before getting captured? Like 120 or 130. I don't remember what the exact amount was, but in that ballpark. I mean, basically, I could have just kept running, and I turned on a group that's 3 times, or it's technically, it's almost 7 times my force, but I split it into 2, which is the reason I turned around, was to try and split it, catch like 200-300 of them, beat them, then get the next 200-300 of them. Which I did split it successfully, but it was just, you know, it was still, the split was still more than we could handle at once, because it was one of those things that was like 3-to-1 troops, so even though my troops could take them pretty well, they were getting hit from all sides, and so they're just getting all separated out, not able to hold their own. Alright, so let's get our trade caravan back out. So hey you, talk.
I don't know.
I'd like to form a caravan that's armed. Get out of here. Okay. I don't remember what she was doing. Yeah, so all 3 of my military parties are out and about. 2 of my caravans have been captured, so... Well, one of my caravans has been captured. Okay, so parties. Oh, it's doing this crap again where I can't actually assign them. I'll deal with that in a moment. Once I get our last person here, I'll have to, like, rescue the wife. I mean, I have to build up my numbers before I can do anything for anybody. And the problem is I'm competing with the other people are the same color. This purple, sorry, not same color, the purple color here. that they're also trying to fight for recruits as well. Which is fine. We've already got ourselves up to 50 units. Hey, you gained a level. They grow so fast. All right. Bandit wife, mass power? Well, no, the problem is most likely they'll be in one of the hostile castles, which means I have to sneak in, and there's only a % chance I could do that, and it's not a good % chance since I don't have any roguery or whatever. And how are we doing with all this? They're still prisoners. Hey, Jaywalker, how's it going? Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning. So we had a couple of... Is it too late now? Let me go back, see if it's not too late. It might be too late. There was a couple stream streaks. So I know one of them was Darth Drago's. I think was at a 35 stream streak. And I know there's another one. So I do apologize about not calling that out. I got distracted, so I do apologize. I know there was one other. I just don't remember who it was. And we have Holiday on a 7 stream streak, so thank you so much for catching the last 7 streams. It means a lot that you continue to tune in. Alright, so we're getting set up. Pretty soon it's likely that my my other companions will escape, because they do so on their own after a while. Kalaria Star had a 60 stream streak.
Thank you, an anonymous gifter, for gifting a sub to all mind control _.
But thank you so much for Kalaria Star for catching the last 60 streams without missing one. I do apologize about not calling that out earlier. Distractions are distracting. But thank you so much for all that. And then thank you, all mind control, for gifting a tier 1 sub, or sorry, thank you, the anonymous gifter, for gifting a sub to All Mind Control, a tier 1 sub. I really do appreciate that. It means a whole heck of a lot, so thank you so much for that. And I believe that means I'm up to 2 Lego pieces I owe, because we had, didn't we, I believe we had a sub earlier. Yeah, Michigander also resubbed. So I owe 2 Lego pieces. I'll get those here in a minute. Yeah, no, unfortunately the stream streaks are a little bit of a mess. Game looks cool. Yeah, no, it's a good game. It's not a game that you fully win. There is a win condition for the game, but it's not like full conquest of the map kind of thing. The game does do a lot of stuff where more and more of the groups will team up against you. And be able to produce units fast as you can and all that. That makes it very difficult to do a full wipe of the map. But there is a win condition to the game, which is, I believe, it's either 70 or 80% of the different groups are aligned with your, not your faction, but like the overlying faction of like whether they're Empire or the other one or whatever. Which will probably side of the Empire, because I already have done the game where I've got the achievement for winning as the not Empire. Hey, wifey escaped. Good job, wifey. I am proud of you for being a strong and independent woman. And it's definitely not that I just did not have the resources to rescue you. I just felt very confident in you. I mean, I did. Mechanically, they almost always get away, but still. That's besides the point. Alright. Okay, we fully recovered our numbers. So I have to wait for Wifey to be escaped for a little while before I'm allowed to bring her back into my army. And then the other one was a caravan who got captured. So meanwhile, let's run over here. Grab a bit more food so I have more resources to my name. See if we can't snag some more horses to pick up our, that's not what I need. Some more horses to pick up my movement speed. And then we can start poking people in the eye again. Oh yeah, discount horses. My favorite. These ones actually aren't that discount anymore, but inexpensive horses all day long. I was about to say, I remember there's a couple of places I could get horses down here. Alright. And the more horses you have, the more carry weight you can handle. And it can also help with your movement speed. So yeah, so like right now we have a bunch of movement speed from the horses as well. Alright, so I think that's enough damage for right now. So you start coming back my way, and you're still a prisoner. Where are you a prisoner? Where's the city? Let me... Why don't you just click through there? I believe that's up here. Yeah, so they're a prisoner there, right in the middle of the territory, so I'm not going to be able to do much to help them. I'm just going to blame them for, you know, trading in enemy territory, because why? You have the entire world to use, why would you only trade in enemy territory? So what's going to happen real fast is I'm going to do a save and exit and reload. There's a bug sometimes that happens. Where your companions join your party, but you can't assign them to stuff. And I need to get that resolved. Vegas being like, I'm blaming you for giving me a headache. Sharing is caring. Yup. Alright, so in theory, I should be able to go in here and assign people to roles. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into this castle real fast. I'm going to leave my people at the castle, step out the door, step back in the door. I'm going to have people quitting my army here in a moment, because I don't have enough stuff, but this is just a bug. It's really annoying. We're going to leave our companions at the settlement. Just step out the door, step back in. It's the tavern there. Take hero in the party, take hero in the party. Take hero in the party. Now we should be able to do this. So you can take that role. You're the best at this role. Life, you could be the surgeon. Okay. I've got everyone reassigned, so the only one we're missing at the moment is we have one of our people being held prisoner by the enemy. And that's inconvenient. And now our army can be much larger, because we got our stuff set up again. And like I said, the first couple of fights we got to be careful, because we're not with our elite guard or anything like that. We just got a bunch of people running around with pointy sticks. Which is why I'm going to full on just retreat from that nonsense. Have a nice day, sir. Okay. We also have a bunch of stuff that we gain XP from just surviving kind of stuff. You're offering to marry, and you would take my person, so no. Okay. Oh, we are in trouble. This is going to be really bad for us because none of our people are trained. And are going to be fighting an army near the same size, and I don't think I can get away from them. So I'm going to try and bolster my numbers as much as I possibly can. Can I get over here? I don't think we can. Oh no, they're backing off. Okay. So we need to get a couple little fights real fast. So how do you get to have a bigger army? So the more you build up your skills, what'll end up happening is if you look down your skills down here, the Steward skill in the bottom left is one of the things that lets you increase your army size. And then there's various stuff in your tree here. There'll be like, I think we have one under the cavalry. Yeah, there's one of them here that's like, you know, you get plus 10 or plus 5. Basically, it's here is where you get a lot of it, is through here. There's a lot of stuff, but stewardship is the main one. And you build up stewardship by having what's the word I'm looking for? Having multiple types of food and everything for your people, and all that helps. Did you escape yet? No, you're still a prisoner. Alright, let's see if we can't find some bandits to go bully a little bit. Or like, perfect. Or smaller groups like that 64 one.
You best back off.
Alright. So even though I've got the ridiculous number of terrible troops.
Form a shield wall!
So we gotta work on training them up for a minute.
Charge!
Is there a cap of how big your army can get late game? Yeah. It's basically that stewardship. Like, you can get more, but your people will desert. And you can have, like, multiple companions can have their own groups, and then you can form all your parties into one large army. When you make them an army, that lets you kind of combine them. So there isn't, like, a hard cap, like you hit 10,000 troops that goes no, so much as there's a practical cap. And then that's not counting, you know, troops you garrison and stuff like that as well. Oh, I see. Okay, so we didn't lose any. We got a whole bunch of troops. And I now have 140 soldiers to upgrade. One recruit didn't level enough. One. Yeah, no, I forgot you could control click it. There was one troop who didn't do enough. And I already got to train legionnaires. Let's see, and now that he's all on his own, he'll no longer level up. Yep, he'll struggle. Luckily, I have a thing that we split the XP between some of our people and whatnot, and that will help them. Oh, I don't want the animals are nice when you're trading, but when you're not trading, they end up being a bit of a nuisance. Because you have a movement speed penalty while they're doing that. Alright. And little by little, our people are leveling up on their own. Okay, so we've got our horses. So you're a prisoner. You're too young to join us. Yeah, everyone else seems to be okay. Now we want to go up here, give someone a poke, get some training, and then back off. We start seeing big groups showing up, we just retreat. Alright, so we're gonna chase that party, that's 65 party. We should be able to grab them real fast. And then leg it. Because this is our way out down here. I'm not gonna reach you in time, am I? Lame. And you're just gonna run to that. Oh, that's neutral. Okay. We definitely need to get to the point that we can go faster.
Stop there.
Alright, so you know we're at war. Yield or fight. Alright, troops, expect to suffer casualties.
On my order!
And thank you, Karavek, for the 5-stream streak.
Form a shield
Enjoy your extra
wall!
points.
Charge!
Alright, so they're not going to do great this time. We do want to pick off the horses. So the archers should still mostly be fine because we got our shields that we can hold up behind. When we get into melee, we're going to suffer some casualties. They probably have much stronger troops than we do at the moment. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they're running back to the edge of the map for easy retreat. That was way early. I keep hoping I will end up getting a much better choice. Oh, you're the slow one? Got lucky. I keep hoping one of them will leave me a better spear to use. I'll get better armor, I'll just base tank you, it's fine. Okay, last cavalry unit. Why is my forces so spread out? It's not ideal. Alright, either way, time to go harass their archers. Ow. Tree. Oh, that's not what you want. Leave me alone. Okay. And here come my troops. And all I need to do is just try my best to knock them around enough that they hopefully don't do too bad of a number on my people. So not looking like 2 battle losses. Not as bad as I was thinking. No, honestly, we only lost 3 people. I was expecting that to be way worse. And level up all them. And all them. Oh, I forgot I could just click. I could hit the button up there. I totally forgot that was up there. Okay. We got a bunch more throwing stuff and a bunch of stuff we don't care about. Alright, so we don't want to stick around here any longer than we have to. They'll be able to start bringing troops in to array against me. We have marriage proposal. No. One of our other caravans is under attack. So what I'm trying to do is hook over here again to Empire area, replace the troops that died. So how close to having this new army at the old army's level? Not too far. Because like we've already got about a third of the army is 2 upgrades away from where the other troops were. The big thing is that I gotta pick my battles until we get stuff sorted out. Then I can start taking on armies bigger than my own again. The other big thing I'm running... Man, you're still in prison. I'd love to bust you out, but the only way I'm doing that is by taking that castle. And I'd love to do that, but... Huh? Okay. Let's say it should be down, people. Yeah, back up to 200,000. Morale will gradually improve as time goes on. Right now. Okay, this is a bit ambitious.
It's been a while.
Because I may have numbers, but the quality of troops is almost certainly going to be in his favor.
Make a shield wall!
But if we win this fight, we knock them down a bunch, and a lot of our people will be ready. Okay, so they've got 1 horse archer. They have a lot of cavalry. Okay, so this is actually gonna be a rough fight. Ow. No bully. Okay. So far, we're actually doing pretty well. I do have a bunch of perks that make my people take less damage to cavalry. There we go.
Come on!
Those cavalry had me worried. Yeah, me too, just because I know my troops aren't quite what they should be. They were treated pretty early, so they must have had a really bad morale break pretty early. Yeah, we didn't suffer that many casualties. And... like that, everyone's upgraded. We already have better of all those things, so take all that. So run here to sell everything and recoup. Yeah, so we do have some spots open because we did lose some people there. That's fine. Give me the cash. Give me the cash. Oh, let's also check. I should be checking for, in case we see... oh, here we go. Ho ho ho. It is time to finally upgrade our spear. It's gonna cost us $30,000, but it's time to upgrade our spear. It has been long overdue. Chase you down real fast. Alright, so purple and green are not currently at war. They were, because that used to be one of Green's territories. Alright, so let's chase you. Because that's conveniently going in the way of Empire for me to replace my troops, and I'm way faster than you in trees.
Well, if it...
You know we're at war, surrender or die. Alright, so let's get a little practice in with our new glaive-style spear.
Make a shield wall!
There we go.
Kill them all!
So I'm probably going to whiff for a while when we first get it. That's a good swing speed for as long as that thing is. Usually when you get these this long, the swing speed is terrible. Hey, Infinity Simplex, how's it going? Gotta mow the grass. Alright, so I'm overestimating its range a little bit. Mowing the grass, mowing the grass. So it'll take a little tinkering to kind of figure out the sweet spot for it, but we'll get there. Here, open a hole.
Father, why does the grass scream in agony when you mow it?
It's just what grass does. Why wouldn't the grass scream in agony? It's like 1,000 times better than using a much shorter one. We actually have very high polearm skills. We just didn't have the polearm to really take advantage. Okay. What weapon is this? It's effectively a glaive, but it's under the pole arms. It's just a big stick with a big blade on the end of it. So we got a nice bit of renown. Give me all that and upgrade our troops. Yep, we've already got our first 21 maxed out troops. Oh, those are actually some nice boots. So here. Here, wife, you have the better boots. Go ahead and have some throwing axes to go ahead and put in with your kit. And some throwing daggers. Let's see. Isn't there a small cut grass? The grass screaming in agony? Or have I matched that for somewhere? There probably is. I would be very surprised if there isn't some, like, silly video with, like, grass screaming or whatever to being cut. I mean, I remember there was one from, like, where it was gummy bears that the person was eating. And, you know, they'd throw the guy bear in your mouth, and just the person would start chewing. You just had, like adorable bear screaming sounds. Oh, chemical communication? Oh, yeah. No, it's, plants release an enzyme that is not unlike what humans release when we're in pain. But, you know, they also don't have a central nervous system to communicate what any of that means or, like, tell any part of the grass what's going on or anything like that. Okay, so we have fully recovered our number of troops again, and our army is getting real close to full power again. And meanwhile, let's look at our equipment choices here. Shield upgrade. How much are you before I grab you? 153,000. Sold. Okay, so we are officially not spending money on anything we don't have to for a little while. Because we have pretty close to financially ruined ourselves. Don't ruin this for me. I'm being a grass humanitarian by not mowing it. Excellent. But big shield? Let's see, this is way more fun to watch than I expected, considering I know nothing about the game. Oh, it's a very fun game. Like, we haven't even gotten to the point of, like, we're actually getting into proper wars. Like, this is just basically going to one of the factions, and because we're trying to train our troops up, just taking a stick and poking them in the eye again and again. Eventually we will get to, like, conquering castles and all that. Let's...
What do you want, stranger? Who are you?
Alright. You know we're at war. You heard me, fight or die. Attack.
Under my orders! Make a shield attack!
I'm surprised I got that hidden between all those trees. That is one downside of the glaives, is when you're in with the trees, it's real hard to land your hits. I will kill your horse if you don't let me get through. I do extra damage. No, actually, no. Do I do extra damage? No, I think that's my other character does extra damage to horses just because of... Aw, 1 hit point. There. Oh, no, it hit the horse. I'm not trying to hit your horse. Look, I wasn't trying to kill your horse, but you're spamming block, and it is making this a pain. Alright. I actually did a couple of casualties against my group. Nice new weapon? Oh yeah.
Is that you? Am I free?
Yup. Become even more besties. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. You can have these back. I don't want them. They're gross. Okay. Now this... They're not the correct troops. Yeah, so they had just beaten someone else's army, and I swung in and, you know, took what was left. Yep, take all rest. And then let's run back down here to drop off our ill-gotten gains, pick on the next group. Alright, so... we can trade. Get rid of that. Alright. Oh, can I catch both? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Good to see ya.
Alright, so I did catch one of them at the door.
Under my command! Raise attack!
Almost 400 damage. $408 damage. And there's no friendly fire with melee weapons. There is with projectiles, though. Okay. Yeah, so we're also making friends with pretty much every one of the factions supporting them and all that. Hey, do you wanna join my little merry band here? No? Okay. Oh, you messed up fighting those bandits. You would have gotten away too. And you're all like, let's help people in trouble. It's like, nope. No good deed goes unpunished.
On my orders! Foremost, give them hell!
Alright. Yeah, so gonna be a lot of bullying these people every chance we get. Let's try and go around the trees and fight them over here. Yeah. Hey, you trying to rush me? I think they're genuinely trying to get into the trees. Okay. Hey, Lennox, how's it going? Alright, so let's go ahead and deal with this cavalry unit real fast. we go. Currently listening to Rave in VR chat on stream. Rave in VR chat. Oh, I see. Don't make me retreat because you're on the edge of the map. They downed my wife. I mean, clearly she ran her horse directly into them and got tangled up, which happens. It's just like no other casualties. You just see the wife pop up. You're like, hey, wait a second. Thank you. You actually probably kept me from going off the side of the map. Just trying to squeeze hits in between my troops. Alright. Gaining more and more renown, which just makes me more and more known by everyone. Get out of here for the reputation. Give me everyone you can there. I'm not taking freebooters. Don't care about that. Okay, so we can run over here. Drop off everything we can here. Because we're getting lots of good stuff here. And I have had many a city in this game that I have financially wiped out by selling them so much stuff that they can't handle it. Alright, the Way of the Saddle, plus 0.3 charge damage and maneuvering for every skill above 250. We have maxed out horsey stuff for the most part. We are pinnacle horse rider, which was not the plan at all from the beginning. Oh, you goofed.
What do you want?
All right. We'll need to go down and replace some of our troops later. Oh, a fight in town. Okay. Poor little village is gonna have a rough time. It's really hard to do anything on the horses in the villages, though. There's just not much maneuvering room. Get out of the way, tree. Okay. Alright, what else do we have? We have people running over there. Okay. Cool. No troops lost. And we're at the point more than half of our forces are max level.
What do you want, stranger?
All right. It's like, I heard you need help. He's like, this isn't the time, we're at war. Like, come on. What does the blue exclamation mark mean? It means they have a quest I could take. It'd be something like get them horses or something like that. But because we're at war, it doesn't mean anything.
Kill them all!
Because that's I went ahead and clicked, I was like, alright, you got a quest. Is there some, like, mutiny quest or something like that where, if I pay you, you'll, switch teams or whatever? Because you can actually recruit people from the other side sometimes. Ow. Get out of my way. Sorry, horse. It wasn't my intention. I just have a giant glaive thing I swing, and it means a lot of times I hit stuff. Oh, nice stab. I forgot, the amount of damage you do with your horse gets absurd really fast when you have that last perk. I do not want to be standing in the middle of this. Please let me out of the crush. I mean, I put myself there, but I don't want to still be there. One is going for a run. And now they're not. Yeah, so the renown is kind of like how famous you are. I don't remember what all that plays into. I know there's mechanics that you can only do certain things with enough renown, and certain things only become available with enough renown and stuff like that. Well, that's actually a pretty solid chess piece. There you are, moving up in the world. Alright, run back and sell again. Yeah, and our polearm skills get pretty high pretty fast. How are we doing on time, by the way? Okay, so we're only a little after 9, that's fine. Cool. You carrying capacity, trade penalty, minus. You are with my group. I want you to be participating in that capacity. All right, and sell all the junk. That should be getting to the point where we're pretty close to wiping them out. And we'll need to take a quick detour real fast down the hill to resupply our army. But I'm also going to bully this group because it's right here.
It's been a while.
Now, if you're someone who's like min-maxing going for the win, you want to get a party with people who don't care about you being absolutely ruthless and just execute absolutely everyone that you're not planning on bringing into your roster. It's one of the only ways to like really bring a definitive victory to the game, because as you kill the people, they'll stop making new armies because they'll be dead. Oh yeah, no, it angers everyone. But what you do is you just keep doing that till there's no one left to oppose you. But it's those ones you don't really worry about controlling territory. You just keep killing and killing and killing. I could do that, but I would need to ditch a lot of my people in my army. So far as my leaders. Look at you run. But I need to ditch a bunch of the other people. Because what'll also happen is as you do that, you'll have a bunch of people that's like, I don't like the way you're conducting yourself. It makes me sad. Oh, don't like. We are in trouble. So my hope is, hey, it looks like we're gonna have another kid. But yeah, no, every time you execute someone, it makes the vast majority of the other people, the other leaders, like super unhappy with you. That said, honestly, if we can get our numbers back up, I would be down to tangle with that army. Not what I want. I want this. Because you can fight a pretty big army as long as you've got some decent talent set up, and you've got an army that's pretty decently set up. You also have to consider like difficulty settings. We're not playing in like max difficulty or anything, which really does change it a lot. All right. Max difficulty settings. If I get like winged with an arrow or something, there's a good chance we would just go down immediately. Can I bait you into following me? Okay, so you're following that group. All right, we're gonna push our luck here. So that's an army. I keep having pathing problems. That's exactly what I'm hoping keeps happening. Is they're off causing trouble over there, which is giving me a chance to bolster my numbers. Why are some of the recruit types grayed out? Basically, I can't have these unless I have higher standings with the town. The people in the town don't like us enough to be willing to let us recruit everyone away from them. Okay, so you escaped captivity. So we'll get you to a caravan soon. You're almost entirely infantry.
Halt there.
Actually, I think you're the one who ought to surrender. Alright, so we are fighting a pretty big fight.
Under my orders. Make a shield wall. Charge!
We tell them to charge their infantry. And our goal is to basically get rid of the cavalry so they can't be harassed. They're back of the trees. And then just generally sow mayhem where we can. Okay. Let me out, please. Let me out, please. Now, don't get me wrong, this would be a real costly battle for me. But it looks like a battle we're handily winning. Oh, and also never underestimate having a good surgeon. A good surgeon will make it so as your people go down, that most of them won't die. Is our army hard quality? Yeah. They had numbers by a very large margin, but we have really high-end troops. I put all my talents so far into the infantry, and a big part of the reason I like doing that is your cavalry can't do anything when it comes to castle sieges. They just become regular troops for that. Okay, so we did suffer 42 losses. Did you lose that really good horse? No. We'll take what prisoners we can. Upgrade all the survivors we can. Alright, and we didn't... Well, actually, we gained a stat point. Which I will put probably in Charm to give us a little bit more space there, since we're near maxing out. Yeah, no, that was... we were fighting an army that was a bit over 2 times our size. But you want to do those fights because you gain way more renown for, you know, fighting groups that are way larger than you. And renown is a thing that'll allow you to lots of opportunity. I can't remember what... I remember renown being important, but I don't remember what it actually did. And also, we get a bunch of morale for beating an army much larger than our own. And a bunch of people gaining levels. Because he basically defeated what was a group of like 3 or 4 of their leaders in one giant army. And we met them toe to toe, just our army, or just our one party. And we won. I need my caravans to, not die to stuff. You attacked my caravan, you don't get to walk away.
Oh wait, sorry.
Alright. Look.
On my command! Form a wall! Attack!
We might be losing our generosity and merciful titles soon. I'm kinda slightly maybe considering executing the person who attacked our caravan. And just seeing how it shakes out. I know a lot of people are going to be unhappy with me. Stop retreating from my troops. Where are my troops? Oh, they're way over there. Okay, yeah, they are on their way. Would you recommend staying with one-handed for a new player? They all have the pros and cons. It's not so much the one-handed or the two-handed kind of thing that's the big concern. It's if you get weapons that are fairly long, they're good for fighting out in the field like I'm doing right now. But once you get into castle sieges, they're terrible because if you hit a wall, your weapon just ricochets off of it. You can have them all wiped out before the army gets here.
Die, you bastard!
Okay, army, it's your turn. So you swapped different weapons? Yeah, it's worth considering, like, the setup I'm using is I basically have 2 throw weapons, a shield, and this. The shield does give me a little protection on my back. I've honestly debated getting rid of the shield entirely. Do you get to live or die? I'll let you go. That's an upgrade there. We are forgiving, Lord. Yeah. Well, it's honestly, a lot of the negatives that come with it ends up being a pain. Doesn't really matter. Okay. You're such companions and be happy. Oh, I still owe 2 Legos. It's like more like a forgetting Lord. It's like you don't realize it, but you're not wrong. Let's just deal with this real fast. I owe 2 Legos. Let me go get those Legos done before I forget about it. So switch to this camera. and get those 2 Lego pieces I owe from earlier. Because for those who don't know, I do have a thing where I don't know where we left off. But where for every 100 bits or sub we get, I do add a Lego piece to the kit. Alright, so you go here.
Heck,
Alright, I see where we're going. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab those pieces out. Okay, so I'm looking for one of these, and then one of these. No, not you. Whoops. And one of those. Okay. So then... yeah, so piece number 1 goes here. Oh, none of these are great choices.
No, those are both real bad.
That's one piece. Because I don't count it when I add it to another piece. Because otherwise they end up with like weird stuff where I'm supposed to put 2 pieces together and then there's only one redeemed kind of thing, and I can just give a freebie. Okay, so you got that attached. Alright, so I got a bar and a gear
Yay.
thing.
We're looking into a void.
Looking into a void. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Oh, you're looking into a void? Oh, I'm sorry. I do not know what's going on with the camera. Let me try fixing it real fast. Why would you stop it? Really? Okay. I'm going to switch to the normal camera and do that over here. So I do apologize. The camera decided it didn't want to work. And I just don't feel like troubleshooting it right now. So what you missed for the pieces going on is we snapped this blue tab in here and attach it to the arm. And then I'm supposed to put this peg through. I dropped the piece, that's lovely. Yeah, my other camera, I can troubleshoot it, I just don't feel like it if I'm being honest. Okay. Yeah, I see where you're supposed to go. Let me get this out of my way. Yeah, so if we look here, there's a little gap right there. No, you can't really see it. Let me get the game to show back up on screen so you have something behind it. But, yeah, so you got... Doesn't help. There, my face. So there's a little gap right here. So you'd be taking this little gear here, putting that in there. And then I'm pushing this little peg through here. And now the gears turn together. Meanwhile, if you bear with me for 1 second, I'm going to unplug the camera that's the other one and plug it back in so that maybe if we switch back to it, it'll get fixed. So give me 2 seconds. So I do apologize about that not working. Every time I fix one thing, there's always something else that's not working. It's so frustrating. I don't ask much, but I would at least like my hardware to work most of the time. Alright, so let's get back into the fighting that we all came to see. And it was entertaining. Yeah, no, it's alright. It's just... It's been a frustration that I've been dealing with, like, one tech issue after another tech issue after another tech issue. And it's never consistent stuff. It's not like, oh, clearly I have a power supply issue, or oh, clearly my video card's on the fritz, or oh, clearly this is the problem. It very much is all over the place all the time. Alright, one of our caravans just got captured, so I'm not excited about that. I need you to join up here so I can get you back to caravanning. How are caravans doing right now? I still got 3 out there, and the other ones have, oh, not that many. Have been shut down for the moment. Okay. Let's see. Travel speed when your party has higher morale. Yep. She's leveling fast. And wifey's getting better. Let's see. Healing rate when stationary on the campaign map. Healing... Well, I mean, we're going to be moving, so... Okay, so we're getting back to it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I was like, why does this not look right? That's fine. So we'll go and sneak up back here. Looks like there's just a fight over here. I don't see who they were fighting, so I assume they won. Yeah, so the amount of people we can handle in our army is getting higher and higher. Which is kind of the goal of what we want.
Shield charge!
Because the more we do that, the better we're going to be. Alright, let's see if we can't take out their cavalry unit real fast and then just harass the rest of it. If you block, I'll hit your horse. I warned you. Your horse doesn't deserve this crap, but you keep putting it up to it. Oh, come on. We do so much of the damage now. Ow. Did I get knocked off my horse? Hey. Hey, come back, horse. We're not done. Horse, stop. What faction troops are we using? Empire. Horse. Horse. I hope I don't, like, lose my horse because of that. I'll be pretty annoyed by that. Okay, so we still have our horse, even though we did get knocked off of it during the fight. So you're 70, 74... You're slightly better. Okay. Yeah, the horse is like, nah, man, I'm tired of your abuse. All I do is I just want a little bit of hay and a little bit of that, and you're gonna go and throw me directly into the enemy army. No, I'm out. I've had it. I deserve better than this. So the Imperial tree? Yeah, no, I tend to prefer the Imperial foot soldiers. Most people I've seen very much tend to lead in either going really heavy on the archers or really heavy on the cavalry. Or both. I mean, honestly, you usually want to mix your troops in the long run, but for me personally, I would much rather... I'd much rather keep, like, just really durable units and just push into the enemies. Which means I'm either getting the Cataphract horses or the Legionnaires. Yeah, keep checking on the defenses of the various holdings out here.
Well,
All right. Just under those archers. Yeah, and that's
Make a shield wall!
that's the things I appreciate is the game isn't like the simple rock paper scissors. This unit beats that unit beats that unit. There's a lot of you know, there's a lot of different approaches you can have. Like on a map like this, having archers is great because you can have a high position. They can just rain arrows down on people. Whereas, like, the really mounted styles tend to be worse for cavalry. I didn't mean to, horse. I wanted your rider. Let me through, please. Thank you. Okay, I don't know what exactly happened there, but that guy went airborne. I will kill your horse. I have no qualms with taking the horse out if you want to be a punk and just block all my attacks. Almost every single swing dropping someone. I got him for you. Just boxing him in for a moment. Oh, we got one runner. Okay. You like having at least 50% cavalry so the enemy cavalry aren't just constantly running around, like running away like they do? Yeah, no, that's a whole thing. Let's see, you can start getting horse archers from tier 2 up to tier 6, if you remember correctly. It's pretty easy. But yeah, no, I don't know like the different units well enough to be like, oh yeah, this is clearly the best unit for that. I had a bunch of units I tried, and I found the ones I really like, and I go with them mostly. And every once in a while, like, I'll mix it up a little bit. Okay, so we're way over here. Oh, that castle's being hit. I was trying to get to where we could drop off our ill-gotten gains. Like when you do like the full-on army, you can do a whole bunch of stuff that's pretty impressive. Okay, so we've got our person here. They're moving pretty slow, so what we're going to do is do this. Ransom our prisoners. Trade the rest away. And if we check our group, you're not quite old enough yet. Yes, Ulgana is the one. We're going to talk to you. Talk.
Well now, stranger.
I like to form a caravan. You, yes. Ulgana, get out of here. And are you free yet? No, you're not. Because I want to keep those caravans going. Yeah, no, there's a lot of those horse archers with the group around the red side of the map are pretty rough to deal with. All right, I feel kind of bad with 166 against 10, but I mean,
Foremost attack!
you're the one who decided not to surrender. Okay. That's it. What I like is that the charge order for the horse archers is just tells them to run in circles around the enemy and rain arrows to death in absurd numbers. Oh yeah, like that's the thing when you get the number of them so much, is because they're hitting from every side, you can't really use your shields that much. It's the reasons why they're kind of one of the better counters for my army is just a big number of horse archers. Like, I'll keep bullying everyone you want to send my way.
It's been a while.
Alright.
On my orders! Make him hell!
I should be auto-resolving some of these smaller fights, because that's how you build. I mean, you build up the tactic skills for just being in fights in general that you lead. But auto-resolving fights uses the tactic skill, which also builds it up. And it does have benefits to have it at a decent level. I gotta just smash your line. Oh, that's not what I want. It shows a good choke point. You'd have a fair mix of troops in this game? Yeah. It's worth doing. But I always felt there was certainly different troops who held up well enough that, like I said, the Legionnaires, I could use them in just about everything. The only armies that really give me a pain is horse archer armies. Even like the actual regular cavalry units, I usually do really well against. It just takes a while. Yeah, no, I find a lot of people like to focus on cavalry. There is a lot of benefits. Like, cavalry armies generally can move on the map faster, so less stuff get away. Alright. I'm partly just running ahead so that I take a lot of the hits so that I don't lose any troops. That's fine, no, that's that good. There, so our trade caravan got out of the area. And all I'm doing each time I get to town is I'm just saying, hey, everything that isn't food and horses, get rid of. And I will keep the rest. And then all my prisoners, ransom them off.
Good to see ya.
Sweet, we did get both of them in there. I didn't think we were going to.
On my command! Form a charge! Attack!
Alright. When you do the charge, you can tell them the target. That's what the, oh, that's fine. They're in with there with it. Basically, you tell them what their charge target is. Alright. Oh, come on. These trees are all so annoying. I mean, it makes sense if you have a big cavalry threat with pole arms. Use trees to make it so the horses are not nearly as useful. Alright. So there's the ones running. We almost got down there. I wasn't even watching my life. Gotta practice all those skills. Alright, we got more runners over here. Who would have guessed 21 horsemen can't easily lead hundreds of donkeys and saddle horses? Where? I say, I still have no idea where the person was. It's fine. Alright. Yeah, so most of the people we're fighting are actually mercenaries, not even the main group we're after. It's like most of it's not Britannians at all. They're just all these mercenaries like Hidden Hand and everyone who's just getting involved in everything. So the most we've been able to see the Britannians put together to fight us has been in the ballpark of around 600-700 units. Let's take a quick look to see what their war situation is. That's not where I checked that. their war situation is. Yeah, so they're at war with the Storge, which is the group up here. And they actually have been making moves there. I might try and make a play on one of their cities. It probably is not going to go well. But I'm kind of hoping that they're split up right now. And that'll be able to take advantage of that. Gotcha, glad to hear. Big thing to be able to keep up with a lot of that stuff. Alright, meanwhile, let's take a look here at the equipment. Oh, we've got even better horse armor. So our horse is real decked out. Wife gets second dibs. Wife has better. Okay, and that's our spending for right now. Okay. Yes, we've got almost 1,000 food. Let's top off our troops. And let's see if we can't find a city or something of that nature to try and make a play on. It's unlikely I'll be able to hold the city. But at the same time, I think it's worth me making a move on. Actually, if we gain enough renown, okay, so we can get our companion now. So let's go ahead and look at getting ourselves another companion to have as a governor. Also, how's our kid coming along? All right, well, not our kid, our brother. So let's say we can't get ourselves an additional companion to join their troops.
Well now, stranger. Peace to you.
Okay. We've got ourselves a new companion. I am not looking to have them in my party at the moment, so let's make sure to watch out for that. You know what, they can stay in my party, it's fine. Yeah, so it's Beneath the Wanderer. When we conquer something, Beneath is going to become part of our group going through. More speed. That'll be more important than more sight to me. Okay. So let's take a look at some of these kingdoms and see if we've got one of the castles is soft. 819 is definitely not soft. Whoa. So you're patrolling the area. You're going down for capturing that.
It's been a while.
And there's been a rebellion.
Hear me!
It's something alright.
Form a wall! Charge!
Yeah, he kept engaging. Oh.
Follow me!
I need to stop accidentally sending my infantry to chase the cavalry. It's a waste of time. I will absolutely kill your horses if you block. I don't really understand what you're doing over there. Okay. I do hate when they're on weird angles. It's sometimes hard to hit them. Where? Who are you chasing? Must have been someone who fled a while back. Alright. Wait for Rual realize he's issued the wrong command? Oh, did I issue the wrong command? Okay. So the guy of the wastes, he's going to be taken back to an area to go start a new caravan since he got captured. I was trying to avoid him getting captured, but that's just not how it worked out. All right. Oh, come on. Do it. Do it. You have the numbers. I will join you. I'm here for it. I can't initiate because you won't back me up. Let's do this.
Under my command! Make a shield wall! Kill them all!
Alright, so we got a lot of cavalry in play. I'm going to have my people rush their people since my infantry is good for this. That is a lot of cavalry to deal with. Alright, let's just get away from all of this. I have changed my mind. I'm gonna stay way back here. Away from their 60-something cavalry units. My army is going to get thrashed because of expecting the other ones to follow in. And now my troops are in the middle of all of their people with no support. Alright, Soul Adams, you take it easy. Surprisingly, I haven't lost that many troops yet, but I'm really shocked by that considering my people are in their army right now. What is with the endless sea of running horses? There's no riders on them. It's just all the horses running away from the carnage that is happening on that hilltop. My army's almost gone. I knew that was coming. I was being gutsier than I should have been. Yeah, this entire mountain is just bodies. Just bodies of everybody. So right now the casualties are about even. Slightly more on our side because I made the mistake of issuing orders because it looked like the other ones were surging forward. And I was like, okay, we're rushing. Let's do this. So I put myself in our people in a bad position, but it did seem to decimate their cavalry pretty bad. That said, we probably did quite a bit of damages. Oh yeah, no, we're winning the battle. It's just, it's gonna be a very costly victory for me individually. But we might get lucky. We've got a good surgeon, so there's a good chance a lot of our people who got downed will survive. Hey, wait a second. Do I actually have? Oh, I had a whole group of people in reserve too. Okay, we're actually fine. I saw all my icons gone. I was like, no, my entire army. They didn't put all my people on the field immediately, so we're actually okay. We still probably took some pretty heavy losses, but you know, heavy losses versus being completely wiped out are very different things. Will she get away? She'll probably get away, all right.
I'll tear your limbs!
Okay. The one guy running with the banner. All right. Yeah, so the downside is the casualties are pretty bad. Actually, no, they weren't. No, they were. We lost like 50 plus people. I know I have too many prisoners. I don't care. Alright, so with that, we need to get the heck out of here and rebuild up our army. Which the good news is we can just run down this way. So we helped them defend their castle, which is a good thing. We didn't get fully wiped out. Alright, so recruit troops. You can't have the troops, they're all mine. Alright. Yeah, it's really good that we didn't get wiped out entirely. If you do actually become prisoner, you lose everything that was in your inventory and all that. And that could, like, it's an annoying setback. It's not that big a deal. Like, it feels like a big deal when it happens. But as you can tell from, like, where we got complete wiped at the start of stream because I got real greedy in a fight, we rebuilt and we're way stronger than we were at the beginning of stream entirely. So that one we only lost about not quite a third of our army, which is significant. But that's me misreading the situation. Okay. Alright, that's not Empire, that's Storge. What are they up to? War. It would appear that they've declared war against Britannia as well, which might work out extremely well for us. Because while they go to attack one thing, we can attack something else, and kind of force the enemy's hand to only save one of their two things. More than likely, they'll come after me, but that's okay because it still will narrow down their territory and give me more chances to snag something out from underneath them. Because I have no shortage of food to, like, deal with a protracted siege. It's just making sure I have the troops to, protect me in the event that we do have a proper fight. So they're hitting that castle down there. We need to level a bunch of troops again, yes, but we didn't lose even half our army. We lost a chunk of it. All right, so they're sieging the castle. We're gonna team up, get them through this objective, and get them on to their next one. Because they don't really care about the castles so much and want the towns. The towns where you make your money.
In charge! Form a charge!
So do you get a proportion amount of loot for helping? Yes. We get a cut of the prisoners, the loot, and everything. Yeah, that's just it. Rushing in with a horse doesn't do you a whole lot of good here. Like, you can run up to the wall and then hop off your horse. Man, my people have already breached onto their wall. They're using the power of surrounding me and just having the person on the far right block. This is why you want a shorter weapon. I can't get around the other ones to get attacks in. Versus like a really short, fast weapon is good for sieges. Are you hitting them with the stick? It's got a giant, like, scythe at the end of it. Hey, look! They finally got to the front door. Now it's over. I got 61% of the loot, and I only lost 2 people. Because we just rushed in front and did not wait for the support. We're like, we're made of heckin' armor. Let's go. Let's run over here and sell that. What we also got was discount training. Yep, no, you're not wrong. But for purposes of the game, for outdoor combat, like the really long and, you know, long weapons that have like really good reach and all that, tend to be the ones that you could usually get a lot done. Versus a lot of the shorter weapons tend to be much better for indoors. Yeah, 600 is a bit ambitious for us. Okay, so you've got scouting. Who else? You've got skills. Healing rate and combat movement speed. I've gained apparently 2 things, which is charm. Let's see. Influence cost for kingdom decisions. Recruitment slot from rural notables. Influence cost for voting. We'll do that. And then leadership. Influence cost for calling parties to an army is down. 5% experience to the people in your formation. Battle morale and siege battles and party limit. That's going to probably be more important for us, since we're going to be doing our own kingdom. And are generally buying better for fighting than they were doing. Makes sense. Spears require a lot less metal. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Most of the time, spears are the correct decision. So yeah, basically, I'm just kind of trying to help them take all of the territory they can. And then we'll just try to take over one of these castles or whatever. There's not much left. There's only 100. Man, you are throwing everything at this. That castle has like 100 people in it. There they go. Gives more towns to access. Yeah, so what I'm trying to hope to do. What I'm trying to hopefully do. Oh. Get off. What I'm hoping to do is to split them up, so they have to decide where they want to put their efforts. And then if they have one army fighting one of their towns and I'm fighting the other town, like if Purple's fighting one town, I'm fighting the other, then they just have to kind of live with whatever they can make happen. Versus if I go and I fight something all by myself, it's very unlikely it's going to go particularly well for me. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I know we're neutral. So we can just kind of hop into wherever we want and be opportunists. Okay. They're trying to open the gate, or sorry, we're trying to open the gate and they're trying to close it. And my troops are the ones going over all of the walls. Come on. You have javelins, man, use them. Don't let him get up there. Javelin him. Yeah, and that's the reason why we're so heavy in that. For taking towns and castles, that's what they're there for. So you like to see more visibility into the mechanisms behind how the AI groups field such large numbers? I have trouble believing that they can fund so much from their holdings. I mean, I do know if you go and you start encircling an area, they have a prosperity rating that goes into how much towns make and all that kind of stuff. You can literally bleed them dry where they start losing all their troops. Yeah, like I got a couple workshops maintaining what I've got versus they have, you know, a bunch of towns. Rebels have risen. Oh. Rebels rose into one of the few places they took over. Nice. So Green was doing okay, and just had a rebellion in one of their towns. Where are you going? Don't besiege the neutral castle. Let that stick around. Keep on the green. Boo. That's okay. I need to drop off ill-gotten gains. Yeah, usually the, leave that hornet's nest alone. Omar's had a rebellion. Where is that? Just whole north half of the map is having rebellions right now. Trade caravan, I really need you to not be here. Let's go quickly top off. Well, my hope had been that we were going to snag one of the cities while everyone is tangled up there, but since the entire army decided to pick on a neutral party, they kind of shot that one in the foot. And as you can see from the fact that they had an army of about 3,000 people that we saw, or sorry, not 3,000, 8,000 people that we saw, I'm not quite up to the point I could just toe-to-toe their main force. So I gotta be a little bit crafty and try and sneak stuff, you know, around from them. But yeah, nah, for me, it's not the Sturgeons. It's usually this group down here. This tan group is usually the one that always gets decimated in my runs. Hey, we have another baby. You can solo that 8K. Honestly, there is stuff you can get away with that the AI does badly. Alright, another one of our caravans got captured. Hey, that's the person who captured them. That works out.
On my orders! Form a shield wall! Charge!
Okay. But yeah, so there's a lot of running down armies and just, you know, crushing them again and again. It is one of those things that when you start getting to mid and late game, you tend to have a lot of these fights. You'll just be like, okay, you know, you hit the thing that says "said in the troops," which is basically does a quick calculation that says who won. Because you will start being strong enough that other than the big battles, that ends up being the correct decision. Okay, follow me. What is the makeup of this army? I will absolutely kill your horse if I have to get past your shields. I warned you. Okay. I need to get better throwing weapons too. Like, they work, but they're not good. Okay. We managed to get rid of most of them. Okay, cool. Alright, only 2 losses on our side.
Enough. You win today, you dog.
Get out of here. Alright. Get our horses. We did not get our person back, which is a curiosity. Do we go for the Omar? No, we're already fighting one war. That's a mistake you can make, is being tempted to try and grab a quick prize that ends up not being quick. And then suddenly everything's bad. We already did that part. Okay, so you need to be brought back into the fold because I need to get you on a caravan. You're not old enough to fight yet. Wait, was there anyone else? Yeah, no one else is prisoner. And Beneath the Wanderer is the one I'm talking about making governor. Okay, and all our people are gaining lots of skills, and we have built up a lot, because at the beginning we could barely get just over 100 people into an army. Now we're up to 181 and climbing. So they're trying to take that castle back. Can we sneak up on someone where they're not in a good situation? No. That's 700 and some change people. That's, So you've already conquered that one. Yeah, you don't have nearly enough to hold it. Alright. I'm a little salty that we had a good thing going there, and that the other faction took off to snag that territory way up there. Because definitely one of those things, it's like, okay, don't get me wrong, for you, that was probably the right call. For me, though, that sucks. There was something I was going to do here. Right, we were going to...
Magritte.
Grab you. And grab you. And get you back out caravanning. How are we doing with the rest of this? We're doing fine with all that. Doing fine with all that. I can still actually use another caravan. Why? Ah! How are you? Because I mean, it must have been a different one. Alright, so we still have one person who is a caravan who's still unaccounted for. That's all I wanted to do, is I wanted to quickly try and get that knocked out. Okay, so I see they're back in the area. So they're going to go siege a castle. And my hope is... Yeah, so they're responding. Oh, they are really responding. Okay, so this might be something we can take advantage of. Come on, bring more. I don't think we can help you, friend. I wanted to join forces. It would be 400 versus 600. I think we will. If we can get them to engage on there, we will jump in and help. All right. It's 633 versus 399. We're not going to make the mistake of running ahead.
Form a wall!
I don't know where you're moving to, but please stop it. I don't want my troops to turn their back. Where are you going to? You're literally going to get my troops killed because they can't keep up. I guess you're trying to get the high ground here? Through the trees? No, they're not retreating. They're trying to reach high ground, but the problem is they're going to leave me out to high and dry by doing so. Alright, my group's gonna do their job and just meet theirs where they can. I hate trying to ride the horse through trees so much. Cause you do like weird camera twists and all that to direct your swings. So it means you can't like look ahead of where you're going. Yes. Your troops are just bodying him? That's what my troops do. They're just walking armor. So you can just close in and cause mayhem. They're not in retreat, they're repositioning. And they're getting absolutely just mowed down. Ow. All right. Yeah, we are just decimating their numbers. Whoever was like, yeah, let's reposition our troops, just absolutely murdered the last of this army. Oh look, they reached their new position.
I'll split your skull.
Those purple archers probably appreciate it. Yeah, there's a catch-22. One of the things you can run into is if you put your troops like on level terrain with your own archers, you can just block your archers. So a lot of times the fight's worth having your archers in front and then knowing kind of when to make the call to have the archers stop firing and run away so that your, melee can get in there. Keep in mind, their forces outnumbered ours by like 200. How many kills are mine alone? Because we've been just back here. Just absolutely mowing them all over. So close to escaping. Will there be a battle summary? Yeah, so the battle summary is we killed 324 of their units, wounded 292, we lost 85, 71 of ours were wounded. 25 came from my army. My army killed 124 people, of which 77 kills were me. So I killed, of the 600 people, I killed 77 individually by myself. Because they were just letting me just sit back there because they were repositioning. I just going slash, 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 slash. That's the reason I was like, whoever made the order to reposition just absolutely murdered their own army. I can only take 78 prisoners out of the 190. And so the enemy just lost 600 something troops. Just got wiped out that fast. And just a casual 40,000 made there. Okay, so let's step away long enough for ourselves to recoup some of the lost troops, because we did lose like 20, 30 people ourselves, which is a pretty good chunk of our army. Nah, I'm not gonna chase you, it's fine. So go grab those and turn around. It's getting pretty close to time for the game switch. But yeah, that was a solid battle where I was like, okay, they outnumber us by 50%. This game's cool. Oh yeah, it's a blast. There's some really amazing stuff you can do in it. One of the achievements I've been trying to get to happen is there is an achievement for beating an army that has more than 500 troops. Like, 500 more troops than you have. And I've gotten really close. It's just hard to get an army that has that much of a number advantage on you, where you actually have something you can, throw in at all. Let's see, but what they had in quantity, we had more in quality? I can't really gauge it, to be honest, because I don't know what the others were bringing. I only know what I brought. I know my troops were high-end, but I didn't get a really good look to compare the two different armies, being like, who has what. Because, I mean, they had lots of cataphract troops, and those aren't cheap. Those are one of the more expensive units in the game. They're basically the same thing as my units, but on horses. Did you not take the castle? I'm confused. You had a pretty substantial force. We just wiped out... Oh, never mind, it's over there. They took that castle. Okay, I understand. You have 855 in there. Nope. You're either joining me or not at all. Yeah, no, they're over here. I'm in. Assault the siege camp.
Under my orders! Raise your shields! Attack!
Basically, we're going to save the other faction from losing their castle and decimate an enemy army while we're at it. I was not expecting you to get caught up on a tree. I will kill your horse. I have no issue about it. I'm tired of dealing with you always blocking, and your horse is going to pay for it. I think it's two-handed axes are one of the weapons that you get a bonus to shields. So when you deal with those problems, you can, you know, just get your two-handed axe and just smash through a whole bunch of shields. I'm tangled up in them. I don't want to be here. Low quality troops in this group. That said, I am absolutely tangled up, and the only thing keep me alive is they're trying to protect themselves from the two front attack. They are not doing too good. Just chopping wood. It's what it feels like. We've been taking a couple pretty good hits. Considering how good our armor is, the fact they're at half life. Hey, no running. Okay. Yeah, now is unit-wise, this is a very low-quality army. That's part of the reason I was able to just run through them and just trample them. Because when they would hit me, like, nothing was really getting through my armor very quickly. Ow. It's medieval time. None of these people are getting to retire to a happy life. All right. And we only get to take a small fraction of the prisoners. Ooh, we get ourselves an armor upgrade. It's been a long time since that happened. And when was the last time we got an armor upgrade? Oh, we literally have taken so much from them. We have a speed penalty because we can't handle how much we've taken from them. Excellent. Good problems to have. Let's get paid. Casual 30,000.
Your greed will be your downfall.
Oh no, that... What's retirement? Yeah, it's medieval times. You retire when you're dead. Yeah, so this has been going pretty well. So we are unofficially helping Pink up here knock them down. My goal is to sweep in towards the end and try and grab some. Did you sell the prisoners? I did. The prisoners, I guess I did not. Whatever. Weird. Didn't see us get money for it? Yeah. I must have misclicked. And one thing I want to do is sell off the wild stock, or the animals, because they slow you down. And sell off any of the trade goods that we've picked up while doing all this. We're at 1,000 grain. Wait, am I still overburned? What do we have? Is it just all the grain they gave me? They just gave me too much food. I have gotten too much food for my own good. There we go. We sold until the price got terrible. Buy more horses? I mean, we will. I usually go out and do that. I mean, we're also capturing horses from other people, and we do have the thing where we will gradually breed more horses too. I mean, we do have a carry capacity of over 10,000. Main quest there? Yeah, no, I'm familiar. We already talked to both of them. There's no anything to do with them until we control territory. Because for those who have missed where we're at with the main quest, is you can side with the Empire or against the Empire. For siding against the Empire, you must capture a territory that does not belong to the Empire, or is not, sorry, the people who live there are not the Empire, and then talk to the guy in this town. Or take over a town that does have citizens of the Empire, and talk to the person over in this town. So these are two towns we care about for the main story. And then once you do it, what ends up happening is they announce that, like, hey, the Bannerlord is here. And then most of the people who are aligned with you, like if you go with the Empire, most of the Empire will team up with you. And then all the other ones will turn against you, or vice versa. And what will end up happening, though, is then whichever one you've pissed off, because both of them you said you were going to side with them, so ultimately you do betray one of them by doing the other. And what'll happen is they'll do like this whole thing where they'll have conspiracies and all what that they'll build up, and when it fills up, everyone goes mad with you. I've personally found, don't even bother with the conspiracy nonsense. Just let it fail and be done with it, and then, you know, rebuild from there. Because it is just an obnoxious thing where you just constantly have to run them down, and you don't really get anything for doing it. You get, like, the gain you get for preventing the conspiracies is a little bit longer till the conspiracy happens. So it's like, you can indefinitely keep it going, but your prize at the end of the road is a lack of a punishment, is the way I will phrase it. But with all that said, you are hitting about that time where we switch games. So for all of those over on YouTube, we will be ending the YouTube segment for right now because I can't switch categories on YouTube. But over here on Twitch, we're going to keep going and see what we're going to be switching our games to. So